Jurassic Park and Dead by Daylight. Could we potentially be seeing a collaboration happening in 2025? There's some juicy rumors going around, so I'm gonna break it down, dive into the leaks, touch on how it could potentially work, and I'll share my thoughts to see if it will actually happen or not. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so if you guys have been following me for a while, especially over on X, and if you haven't yet, be sure to do so, link in the description. But funnily enough, this time last year, I actually tweeted about a potential Jurassic Park and Dead by Daylight collaboration. And the reason for that was because there was some, and forgive me right now because I'm trying to remember a year ago of when these rumors were circulating, but some icons were getting passed around online within the Dead by Daylight community, and myself and many other people thought that this was a potential teaser to collaboration because these icons were dinosaurs and it was perks, like in-game perks and stuff like that, but it was for their mobile game for Dead by Daylight, so nothing really came off it, and yeah, nothing's happened. But for people that don't know, the reason why people also think that this collaboration could happen as well is because the same company that makes Dead by Daylight, Behavior Interactive, have already made a Jurassic World game. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, in 2022 they made Jurassic World Primal Ops, which was a mobile game. Didn't last that long, but pretty much Primal Ops was a free-to-play mobile game where you'll put in the shoes of a dinosaur handler tasked with rescuing dinosaurs from poachers and evil corporations. You'll team up with your dinosaur pals to fight enemies, strategize attacks, and save the day. That combined with action-packed gameplay with a unique twist, using dinosaurs as allies rather than just avoiding them. But yeah, it got shut down in October 2022. I was part of like the beta team, but yeah, it didn't last that long as well. But yeah, so there's already a connection there, you know what I mean? But now we're gonna be diving into the data miners and what's potentially the leaks that are, you know, happening right now. So let's get into that. So recently some data miners dove into the game files and found some pretty suggestive things that have sparked these rumors. And you know, as the saying goes, there's no smoke without fire, and this bitch be smoky. So yeah, there's a lot of smoke, and this was a screenshot shared in the Dead by Daylight. I don't know if it's a leaker Discord or if it's just a community Dead by Daylight Discord. But anyways, this guy goes by the username of Micah the Tricks, highlighted some intriguing details about a potential collab, and also touched on other collaborations like Five Nights at Freddy's, Tokyo Ghoul, and stuff like that as well. But in the screenshot, it mentions the Indoraptor can turn invisible, and the Indoraptor will have a survivor and a map terrifier. It is wanted by BHVR, and I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. I haven't played Dead by Daylight in like a year or two. It's been a while, and I'm very rusty when it comes to the terminology. But then I know you guys are probably like, oh, it's just a screenshot on the Discord. This is further backed up by an article on Leaks by Daylight, which is a fan news outlet in the Dead by Daylight community with 73k followers on X, and they report pretty much content and potential, you know, rumors and leaks. And within the Dead by Daylight community, I would say that they're kind of reliable, you know, in that essence. But anyways, on their website, they have a roadmap for 2025, and they talk about the other collaborations like in March, rumored to be Tokyo Ghoul, April they have new survivors and stuff like that. But here it says June, and it says anniversary, and it says speculation suggests a collaboration with Jurassic World. So yeah, like I said, there's no smoke without fire, but please take this with a pinch of salt as well, because at the end of the day, this is based on rumor. And you know, with the Jurassic World 10-year anniversary coming up as well in June, the timing of these leaks, it's just too perfect to ignore, realistically. Yeah, now we're going to talk about how this collaboration could work, with some of the fans talking about how it could work, and you know, even a potential, you know, concept of how it could work as well. Now, you're probably sitting there asking and probably wondering, how would a Jurassic Park and a Dead by Daylight collaboration work, and what would it look like? So in the tweet that I mentioned earlier, the first tweet from last year, it low-key kind of blew up, and a lot of people were just throwing their suggestions and their ideas, and pretty much majority of the whole thread on Twitter was people just saying, I want the Indoraptor, I want raptors, blah, 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 and everyone was on the same page, and it was great to see. So I just picked out a few tweets that pretty much where people were just explaining what they would see and stuff like that. So, you know, community engagement. But this is from Zeno Nick, and they say, they pulled me in with the Xenomorph, which is the alien from Alien. If we can get in the Indoraptor or the JP3 Raptor in this game, it will be the only game I ever need in my life. I want to add the JP3 Raptor feels better because of the dark colors, and it will fit in more with the horror aspect. And W take. Yeah, I would personally just like to see the Indoraptor, and I'll touch on what else I want to see later. Yeah, JP3 Raptor. If you're gonna give me Quilliam, you know I'm there, and I'm giving all my money. I'm like, take it. No. You know what I mean? I would love to see it. Yeah, no, I could definitely see the Indoraptor being in there. I feel like when you really take a step back and look at this whole thing, the Indoraptor is kind of perfectly made for Dead by Daylight, especially with Fallen Kingdom, with the house and stuff like that. Like, you could even get that as a map potentially, you know what I mean? Like, it just looks amazing and things like that. It really does fit the game. So I could definitely see it working and stuff like that. And here is another tweet from Orbital. I don't know how to say the rest of the name, but they say, bruh, if the Scorpius Rex gets added in, I'll so download it, because the Scorpius Rex is perfect for this horror game. And just as I said about the Indoraptor, when you take a step back and look at it, when you look at the Scorpius Rex and the Indoraptor, they are made for this game. Like, realistically, if they could be in any game, it's this. And it would work so well, especially with the Scorpius Rex, with how ugly it looks and stuff like that, and the way it was such a menace in this 3rd season of Camp Cretaceous. And like, it has its trank darts, like it's freaking quills that like poison you and like can pretty much put you to sleep. Like, that could be an ability in the game and stuff like that. Like, there's so many things that could work. And because they're not actual dinosaurs and stuff like that, because I bet one of your questions are like, oh, how's a dinosaur gonna hook a survivor up to the crane thing? Yeah, these aren't dinosaurs. They're genetically hybrid dinosaurs, hybrid monsters, pretty much. They're not actually real dinosaurs. Like, the Scorpius Rex legit looks like a, and this is not a rebirth pun, but it looks like a mutant human hybrid sort of thing. It's not, but like it just looks disgusting, and it has long arms, and it can freaking hook something if it wanted to. They're not real dinosaurs or animals, so it can pass, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be like Blue freaking, like, say if Blue gets added into the game and it's gonna look stupid trying to hook something on, you know what I mean? Like, these are genetically hybrid dinosaurs with like long arms, and they stand up really tall, stuff like that. It could work, and yeah, they're not real animals, so it could definitely work. Now we're gonna get into this concept art that I found on Reddit that I thought was pretty interesting, and it looked amazing. So this is from the user Nikki Nish. I have given credit, and I'll link their Twitter in the description as well, because you know, I want to give amazing talented artists the credit that they deserve, and this looks amazing. So pretty much, yeah, just like the raptor detail and stuff like that, like, this is how you know the Dead by Daylight community really care about what they want in the game and stuff like that. Like, the fact that they, like, there's more concept art than this as well, by the way, if you really look. But so many people want this, and you know, it's kind of crazy to me that, you know, Universal would kind of like not look at this and stuff like that. And it's such an amazing way to get into gaming and stuff like that and generate hype. But yeah, anyways, into like the abilities and stuff like that. You guys can read it for yourselves. I'm not gonna read them out and stuff like that. But yeah, I love the titles and the details and stuff like that. Even like the ability icons and the perk icons look absolutely amazing, and even the perk like titles, like Clever Predator. I wish it was called a Clever Girl. That's just me being nitpicky, but you know, we all know what it's pretty much referring to. Pecking Order, you know, sounds great as well, and Life Finds a Way. Iconic. As well as that, besides like the dinosaur aspect for the collaboration, you can also, like, you know, there's Stranger Things collaboration in Dead by Daylight as well, where, you know, you can dress up as the Stranger Things characters and stuff like that, as your survivor and stuff like that. And you could definitely do that with Alan, Ellie, Ian, you know, Owen and Claire and stuff like that. So I think you could potentially do it and stuff like that. Like, I hope you guys can kind of see how it could work and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it definitely could work. But yeah, do we actually think this will happen? And that's what we're gonna get into right now, because I'm a bit and I'm gonna explain why I'm a bit Alrighty, now we're up to the part of the video where what I think and where I give my honest thoughts and opinions to see if this will actually happen or if it will potentially happen, you know what I mean? And yeah, if I have to be honest with you guys and with myself, I'm more leaning towards no, sadly. Look, there's a big but here, and I'm not talking about Venom's but the timing makes sense with the 10-year anniversary coming up, the past history with Behavior Interactive and Jurassic World. and just Dead by Daylight in general with their past collaborations with Stranger Things, Resident Evil, Alien. So like, you know, a Jurassic Park collab does feel right, you know what I mean? And, you know, as I said before, there's no smoke without fire, and there's a lot more smoke this time around compared to last year. The reason why I'm on no, and hopefully I can give you more insight on this, I mentioned this in Should We Be Worried About Jurassic Park Survival. I did a video about a month or two ago about my concerns with the Jurassic franchise within gaming, and just about Jurassic Park Survival and my worries about it. But pretty much, to summarize it, if you look at Funko Fusion, a game that came out last year, they have you know, different games within the game, like different storylines. So you can do the Jurassic World story, the Jaws story, and stuff like that. And Jaws and Jurassic Park are both made by Universal and England, right? Jaws had blood, gut, like gore and stuff like that in the Funko Fusion game, you know what I mean? But the Jurassic World one, like, you were just shooting like balls at dinosaurs and stuff like that. It was very kiddie, very sanitized, and there was no horror or violent elements in it. And it's very safe to say for the past, you know, 15 years, besides like the Telltale games of Jurassic World and stuff like that, there hasn't been any like horror or violent aspects in games and stuff, and Universal hasn't delivered on a game that leans into the darker and more intense aspect of the franchise as well, which is what makes Dead by Daylight so special as well, because of the dark horror elements with their collaborations and the game itself. And I have not seen that from the Jurassic franchise outside of the movies. Don't get me wrong, it makes so much sense for a collaboration to happen, as I mentioned with Alien and stuff like that, so why not Jurassic Park? The foundations are already there as well with Behavioral Entertainment and Primal Ops, and, you know, the same company that makes Dead by Daylight has already worked with Universal over a Jurassic World project. It's kind of similar to Fortnite, you know what I mean? Like, Jurassic World and Universal have collabed with Epic Games for a Rocket League collab with Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, but nothing in Fortnite, even though Rocket League is in Fortnite, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like the same situation. But yeah, Universal was like just really strict with the IP, and, you know, that's what makes me not believe that it will happen, because when it comes to the movies and stuff like that with Jurassic World, I'm confident in it. I know Jurassic World Rebirth is going to be amazing, Chaos Theory is amazing and stuff like that, but outside of that, when it comes to games, when it comes to, you know, just other things outside of those, like that entertainment aspect, just gaming media in general, they don't fuel me with confidence at all. Yeah, I don't want to be a bearer of bad news. I guess we'll just wait and see. I guess, you know, we're only in January, so, you know, hopefully some news comes out. But right now, I'm not holding my breath, my dudes.